I think, really funny. The ones that my husband wrote were a wee bit more serious. So if David will allow me, I'll read one of each. Is that okay? Yep. Can you all hear?
Yep.
You want it louder? Okay. Not long ago, there used to be a chocolate goodie called a marathon. Do you remember it being a marathon? Well, this poem is written about this chocolate called a marathon. And he was a Glaswegian, so if you don't understand some of the language, it's because it's from Glasgow, where I come from as well. I remember running for a marathon, poking money into my pocket, swimming in sweat in my breeks. What if the coin melted with all the sweat? That would be no trouble. Nae thocht, nae nuts, and nae chocolate then. I remember the shop, and my sonshoe ran the road. Mr. Fraser's new car with a boss-shaped dent. Crossing the road afore I passed his house. His roar, "Ya wee shite, I'll tell off the old man and Father McCluskey." Feeling brave, I shouted, "Shut it, you old ball-bag." Once I got round the corner, heat in the back of my legs, 3 Hail Marys and 1 were feather. I remember reaching the path to the shop. How much energy I had. I could have entered the Run Everywhere marathon myself. And then, I remember the duck. I remember the bark. I remember the teeth. I jumped high, pitched in the air, and the coin flashed down the drain. My marathon all buried in sludge. I remember running for a marathon, but I didn't get one. And this is one of my husband's, this one. It was based on a true experience. He was in hospital when he was 2 with diphtheria. And in those days, parents weren't allowed anywhere near in case you caught the infection. So he was a hospital in Ayr, and his mother used to push the pram along and then put a wooden board across the pram and stand up so that she could wave to him inside the hospital. It was a terrible experience for a 2-year-old. And this is written on a memory of what happened to him in that hospital. Dance called the waves, but I wouldn't dance. Sing called the wind, but I wouldn't sing. You bitch, I choke with rage as I scream at you across the years. A scream you stifled as I lay alone in that bed, terrified, in that darkened, creaking ward. I longed for soft, warm arms but you bound me in ice-cold sheets and strangled me with your eyes. You threatened greater terror under searing theatre lights. Frightened flesh breaking steel. From bricks of despair, I built my wall. I ache for those long lost years, for sleep unslept, for tears unwept. Weep, sighed my soul, and I wept, and I danced, and I sang. One of your favourite ones?
Yes, I love my favourite one, even though you only have to pick one. You can do anything, Maggie.
David's heard this so many times, but I think it's his favourite one. It's called Greek Statues. I was at the museum the other day for a wee spot of culture. Looked in some smashed pictures. Then I saw a sign for the statues. Maybe a chance to see a wee bare priest. A chance to ogle without getting called a pervert. But disappointed. They were mostly all men. I mean, you don't really want to look at them, do you? It's a bit sick looking at men, isn't it? At other men's statues. Who wants to do that? But the rawest things in the world, I reckon God was having a laugh when he came up with these statues. I looked at a few more before I realised somebody had lopped off one of the statue's tattoos. He had the spear, the war helmet, right